Hi everybody, welcome back to the SeeSaw and another grocery haul. So today, a bit later than usual, I watched Prince Philip's funeral before I went out to get the shopping. Today we had a football match this morning, which was the first football match. It was a league game and Caleb's team won 1-0. One of the coaches came up afterwards and said Caleb had played really well. He's still playing defence, which is the perfect position for him based on his skills. And so he'd had a really good game. He played most of the game and it's a 1-hour game, so a lot of the other children were flagging from not having exercised much over the last 3 or 4 months. But Caleb managed to hang in there and he was fine. So good morning. Then we came home, had some lunch, and then I watched the funeral. Just really quite touching and poignant to see such a small ceremony for such a big character. But I think, you know, seeing the Queen just sitting there quietly reflecting by herself with her head bowed, I don't know, it was really touching. I just really feel, I just felt today she looked very old for the first time. Now she is 94, 95, coming up 95, I think, or 94. And so she is old, but she always looks so well put together and dignified, and she still kind of walks around fine, and I just felt today going into the chapel she looked really frail. It was the first time I'd seen her like that, so it just must have been an awful week for her, although something certainly seemed that they had been preparing and planning for many years. So just all around a very good send off, and it seemed to fit with him, sort of what he would have wanted. I mean, obviously he couldn't have planned that he was going to finally pass on during all of this lockdown and COVID and everything else. But I think timing meant that he actually got the funeral he probably wanted, which was all the pomp and all the splendour of the military and all of that, but quiet, just family and quite reflective. So yeah, I watched that before I went shopping. So it is now just after 6 and I've only just got home. I went to, as I promised last week, I went to Aldi and Sainsbury's this week. I got a standard food shop again. We haven't got anything particularly extra in this shop this week. Got a lot more than I did last week at Tesco's in terms of fruits and veg. I didn't need as much meat, so it probably balances each other out. But I was, funny, in Aldi, I was tempted by quite a few things in the centre aisle, quite a few treat things that we haven't had for a while, and I was thinking, oh god, this is going to be £100 as I was going around, but it all rang up at just under £80, which I was more than happy with. It was kind of a pleasant surprise. And then I popped over to Sainsbury's for a few bits that I couldn't get in Aldi, and I spent another £17 there. So it was kind of 96 something I spent altogether. First time it's been under £100 for weeks. And I do feel like I got a good shop for my money. As I say, lots of fruits and veg, quite a few treats and snacks, as most of our treats and snack supplies had run all the way down. So yeah, I'm quite happy with what I got. I will turn you around, I will show you what I picked up, and then at the end, as always, we'll show you our meal plan for the week ahead. So, there is the sweep. It's an absolutely glorious day outside. It was beautiful. You can see it goes all the way around the cabinet today. It's just blue skies and sunshine today. This morning on the football field it was fabulous. But it's not warm, it's quite cool out, but it just felt lovely being in the sun and feeling the sun on me. So that was a really positive today as well. Non-food items, some kitchen towels, some lady products, some kitchen foil, some toothpaste, 2 little bags of birdseed, and a package of freezer bags. I did get quite a lot of bready items this week. I will put some bits in the freezer and keep some out for using and put the rest in the freezer. So I got some ciabatta rolls, which I'm going to use to make some ciabatta bread pizzas for lunch one day. Some brown rolls just for me to use for lunch for days that I want to take like a sandwich. Normal 50-50 loaf, some bagel thins for breakfasts, some crumpets. Now, I didn't have crumpets on my list, but when I got into Sainsbury's, I had this awful feeling that I was supposed to buy crumpets. They weren't on the menu this week for breakfast, but it's okay because they freeze really well, so I will pop those straight into the freezer. Some little pita breads and some tortilla wraps. Pita breads Again, ideal to have with lunches, but also Caleb can take those in his lunch box. Some Tropical Blast, which is similar to Lilt, and some Fruity Waters for Caleb. In the centre aisle in Aldi, they had these flavoured mini cheddars, which are nacho cheese and jalapeno. I think Caleb might quite like those. They had the fish and chips, which are one of his favourite little savoury snacks. But I'd already picked up a pack of mixed crisps, so I just left all three in my cart rather than backtracking and putting these back. And I know, yes, some people would have just left these in the box where these were, but I don't do that. So some cherries and berries, which is Caleb's favourite squash, and he's almost out. Some of these large marshmallows, some malted Wheaties, which are like shreddies, dozen eggs, some choc chip cookies for Caleb. I spotted this. She was literally just putting this out on the shelf. White chocolate flavour cookie spread. It might be absolutely disgusting and too sweet, but I do love cookie spread. I love the Biscoff spread. I love white chocolate. So I'm wanting to give that a little try. Again, most of these things, let's just see. A tablespoon is 87 calories. So if you're calorie counting, that's really not too bad. It's less than 100 calories for a tablespoon. And a tablespoon of this sort of stuff is quite a lot. Often I don't even use a tablespoon when I'm using these kind of Nutella, Biscoff spreads and this sort of stuff. So it's really not bad if you're doing like a calorie counting. You can certainly incorporate that into your diet. Some chopped tomatoes and kidney beans, some baked beans. This is a new brand, Hunger Breaks. I saw that on quite a few things in Aldi, but they had their usual, whatever their normal brand of baked beans is, but only in the packs of 4, and I didn't need 4 packs, so just went with that. Some tomato soup, some of the chocolate-filled crepes. Caleb hasn't had those for quite a long time. Some fajita seasoning and some white sauce mix. A pack of roasted salted peanuts. Caleb's quite enjoying peanuts at the moment. And then on to our kind of little treaty section. So I got some of these, which are the Aldi version of kind of Kinder Bueno. Hazelnut spirals. Again, those are 122 calories per little bar, which is not bad for a sweet treat when you compare that to like a bar of chocolate. I got some of the Orange Smarties bar. I like to take two squares of that and just put it on top of some porridge or something and have it melt in. 87 calories for a row, which a row is kind of 3 squares. So again, not too bad. I got some of these little bars of white chocolate. The bar, each bar is 232 calories. So that is, but that is quite a lot of chocolate. I wouldn't eat a whole bar. I would probably eat half a bar there. Some Nutella Be Readies. These were on sale in Sainsbury's, so I do get them when they're on sale, but I don't get them when they're full price. Some Fibre One, the birthday cake squares. I wanted the lemon. Our Aldi still is only doing the salted caramel and the brownie ones. I know they now do birthday cake and lemon, but our Aldi doesn't have them yet. And in Sainsbury's they didn't have the lemon, so I got the birthday cake as an alternative. These were new in Aldi. They're kind of like angel slices, but these are strawberry milkshake slices. So Caleb does like these little cake bars in his lunchbox, so those are just for something for him to try. Some jam and cream biscuits, some marshmallow Rice Krispie squares. He likes to take those for a treat for school. Some racer bars, haven't had those in ages. Some Biscoff biscuits, or the Aldi version of that, the caramelised biscuits. And some little Malteser cake bars, again, something that he might want to pop in his lunchbox, just little individually wrapped ones. When I buy these packs of, like, he tends to eat these. If I buy these, I think there are only 3 or 4 in there, he will eat those all in a week. But if I buy this sort of thing and this sort of thing, they do last him a couple of weeks, and then I'll just top it up with something new, so he has a choice, and he's not just eating one of the same thing. 2 tomato passatas and a tomato puree, which I'm going to lay down because it will fall. 2 boxes of smoothies. We haven't bought those in a while. Just a really handy breakfast on a school day for Caleb, with like a pain au chocolat or a muffin or one of those chocolate-filled crepes or some cereal or something. So that gives him some options for breakfast. Semi-skimmed milk, 2 of the Lindel's Farg. I got the white chocolate one and the raspberry one. A little box of fresh cream meringues. Again, if you want a fresh cream cake and you're counting calories, the meringues are 160. They are one of the best in terms of calorie count if you want a cake as such. I got 2 of these packages of Bernard Matthews turkey breast chunks. So this one is sweet chili and this one is barbecue. Again, something that Caleb likes to take in his lunchbox. These are one of his favourite home lunches, the mac and cheese crisp bakes. These are quite big mac and cheese, and he will eat both of these for lunch. And these were marked down 30% off because they need to be eaten by tomorrow. So that's a good after rugby lunch for him for tomorrow. 2 of these packages of buttermilk pancakes. I thought we could have some of those before we go to rugby tomorrow. Chicken poppers just to have again as a lunchbox or a little snack. And 2 packages of grated mature cheddar and a little pack of roast chicken slices. So we've gone with a chicken theme, chicken and turkey theme in our deli selection this week rather than ham and pork. Bubble Mania and strawberry and vanilla cones. Some frozen hash browns, which we've quite been enjoying having when we're having like a breakfast or something. Some broccoli florets. I had those back in this week. I got 3 packages of turkey mince, 2 packages of chicken breasts, and a package of turkey rashers. I have some chicken mini fillets in the freezer already. I have another pack of chicken breasts that I'm going to use this week. So we're having a mainly chicken and turkey week. We're not doing fish, I don't think, this week at all. And I don't even think we're doing any pork this week. So we're sticking with poultry this week. So I needed to use a lot of it. But I do have a few bits in the freezer that I want to use up. Potatoes, I've got some Maris Piper, which I prefer for like wedges and roasty potatoes, and then I've got some regular white potatoes, which are perfect for like mash. 2 packages of mushrooms, which were part of the Super 6 this week. 2 giant sweet potatoes. I couldn't find bags of sweet potatoes in Aldi, but they had these big loose ones. But then when I got around the end, they were part of the Super 6. But again, I didn't want to backtrack and put these back. And I'm going to make a frittata with sweet potato in for lunches for this week for me. And so these are fine for that. I've got some leeks, some carrots, some baby corn and some crispy salad. I've got some mixed chilies, a cucumber, parsley and dill for Licky. He's already got some basil and mint, and the mint in the garden has gone crazy, as it always does. We have it in a pot, thank goodness, but it's sprouting up everywhere in the pot. Some red mini cos lettuce, some baby spinach, cherry tomatoes and salad tomatoes, a head of broccoli. I've got 3 bags of the mixed peppers. I've got Pink Kids apples, some bananas, some teeny tiny easy peelers, some mixed grapes. This is quite funny because Licky does like to have a grape. Every evening he has a little treat hoop that is guinea pig treat, and then as soon as he's finished that, he likes to have a grape. We ran out of grapes on Wednesday night, so Thursday and Friday there have been no grapes, and he has shouted at us for about half an hour both evenings because he hasn't had his grape. Tony tried to give him a little piece of apple and other things. No, he wanted his grape, so I've had to stock up on grapes today. 2 punnets of strawberries, 2 of raspberries. These are the wonky raspberries and they look absolutely fine. The wonky strawberries didn't look so good. They were teeny tiny strawberries. So I just went with these British strawberries and got 2 punnets of those, but they actually do look really lovely. And then a little box of wonky blueberries, which again, they look absolutely fine. So looking at our menu for the week ahead, we've got fajitas tonight, which I'll do with diced potatoes and some salad. Tomorrow we're going to have lasagna just for a change for a Sunday, with some vegetables on the side. Monday, Mayflower curry, an old standby for us with some rice. Chili and wedges on Tuesday. A spag bol, a homemade spag bol on Wednesday. Chicken supreme, which is chicken with bacon, and it's cooked in a white sauce in the oven, and we'll have that with roasties and veg. And then Friday we'll do pizza chicken with chips and veg, and that's just pieces of chicken with like a tomatoey sauce over the top. I'll put some chopped up pepperami on top of that and some cheese, and it makes it's like having pizza on top of a chicken. But rather than doing chicken breasts, I will chop the chicken up, so it's kind of just pizza chicken, not pizza top chicken. And we'll have that with some homemade chips and vegetables. So that is our plan for the week ahead. Thank you for joining us for this grocery haul and meal plan, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the SeeSaw soon.